Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Cortenza Carty.
Yes.
Do you want to take this one?
Well, hey, I don't know. Hey, we're all geared up. That's what it is. We're excited about Independence Day celebration coming up on September 19th. As such, we are all encouraged to wear our national colors all week long. Yeah, you guys are included. So today is Black Day, which recalls the African heritage of St. Kitts and Nevis, and that's why we are wearing black. All right. So look out for us all week. All right, we move on to the latest in local news. This from Snipa. Snipa elects new executive for 2022-2023. Mr. Moriel Knight has retained his post as president of the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association, Snipa, following its annual general meeting on Sunday, September 11th, 2022. Results from Sunday's AGM will see Mr. Malachi Ferguson continuing as vice president, Ms. Dwayna Bradley as general secretary, and Mr. Jalen Monzak as treasurer. Mr. Hassani MacDonald has been elected to serve as Public Relations Officer, succeeding Mr. Davon Cornelius. The electoral process was supervised by Chairman of the Electoral Council, Mr. Dennis Knight, and two honorary members, Mr. Sam Conder and Mr. Dwyer Astafan. The AGM was held under the theme, Innovation, Compassion, Integrity, Building Our Future, Securing Our Legacy. Mr. Moriel Knight, who served as president for the 2021-2022 Snipa year, in presenting his end-of-year report, listed some of the significant accomplishments of the association, which include the establishment of a formal relationship with the National Youth Parliament Association of Antigua and Barbuda, diplomatic talks with the Montserrat Youth Parliament, and increased Navision membership. New elected membership, indeed.
Oh, congrats to Moriel. He retains his position.
Yes.
See, next prime minister. I predicted it.
The next one? Well, okay. Well, maybe you're predicting other things too. We'll see.
Look at that.
He's still quite young, but we will see.
Decorations uplift government headquarters and foster independence pride. Government headquarters is once again a symbol of nationhood thanks to the work of this year's Independence 39 Decorations Subcommittee and a patriotic corporate citizen. Monday, September the 12th, 2022, the new look of government headquarters was the buzz of the town when residents resumed weekday business and caught a glimpse of the entrance of the building in which the office of the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honorable Terence Drew, and several other critical ministers are located. The spectacular display was coordinated by the Independence Decorations Subcommittee, led by Ambassador Rosalind Hazel, also a member of the Independence Committee. She explained that the Decoration Subcommittee team that worked on government headquarters comprises of Zen Romney, Julian Bradshaw, and Ricky Brown, along with herself. While Romney and Bradshaw pre-made, then installed the decorative rosettes in the design, Director of Sun Island Clothes Limited, Mahesh Nariani, later provided the black fabric to complete the decorative concept. The decorations bring out this year's Independence theme, Refocus, Recreate, Redesign, Independence 39. It is a beauty indeed.
It is, and I hate to break it to you, but I drove down there yesterday, so I saw it before you did. Yeah, I couldn't avoid, I couldn't delay my having sight of it because of all the excitement around it, and it looks really good.
Indeed.
All right, we're moving on. Erica Edwards to perform at Caribbean Rhythm Showcase in Jamaica. This from Win Media. Local recording artist Erica Edwards announced that she was selected as a finalist to perform at a major musical event in Jamaica in mid-September. Edwards, in a social media post, said, quote, "I am so excited to announce that I have been selected as a finalist to perform for the second annual Caribbean Rhythm Showcase to be held in Jamaica. It will be my first time in Jamaica, and I want to thank the Caribbean Export Development Agency and Headline Jamaica for making it possible. St. Kitts and Nevis, I love you, and I will do my very best to represent the nation," end quote. The second annual Caribbean Rhythm Showcase will be held live in Jamaica on September 18th, 2022, and will feature hand-selected artists from across the Caribbean. Edwards and 24 others will be performing their original music in a myriad of Caribbean genres, including soca, reggae, dancehall, Caribbean pop, rap, cadence calypso, and zouk. The Caribbean Rhythm Showcase was organized to give rising artists an opportunity to showcase their talents, gain exposure, and create opportunities for the artists to meet other regional musicians and market their music worldwide. So we're very happy that Erica Edwards gets to participate in that. and obviously it will yield manyfold thereafter. So congratulations,
Indeed.
Erica.
Congratulations. So now to the weather. There will be plenty of sunshine today with a high of 88 and a low of 79 degrees Fahrenheit. It's now 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh. The weekly weather doesn't look that bad. A few showers here and there. We welcome it. It's a bit of a cool down from the scorching sun. So there you have it for local news. Stay tuned. Up next, regional and international news, and so much more.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes! When you feel it shaking and it's moving around, you see the ocean gone left the fish and the sand. You should run, the higher ground, a tsunami soon come.
Mommy, Uncle not here and the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
When you feel the earth shaking and it's moving all around, you see the ocean gone left the fish and the sand. You should run, the higher ground, a tsunami soon come.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Thank you for joining us. And you are just in time for our regional segment. PM pledges referendum on country becoming a republic. This from Observer Media. Antiguans and Barbudans could get to vote on whether the country becomes a republic within the next few years. Prime Minister Gaston Brown made the comments to British media shortly after King Charles III was confirmed as king and head of state of the Twin Island nation, saying a referendum could take place within 3 years. He confirmed residents would decide at polling stations to vote for a son or daughter of the soil to become president during his third term in office should his government retain power in the upcoming election. Brown announced over the weekend, and quote, that ambition remains, and early in our next term, we should be in a position to put a constitutional question to the people of Antigua and Barbuda to determine whether or not we should transition from the monarch as our head of state, King Charles, or whether we should have our own president as a local Antiguan and Barbudan, end quote.
Yeah. Well, we're making moves in the region, as you can see.
We are, but the Republic of Antigua and Barbuda?
Well, it's about our sovereignty, and I guess the exercise of our rights as independent people, independent thinkers, not to be beholden to the monarchy.
Maybe the sound will grow on me eventually.
It's more than about the sound.
Yes.
We're moving on to international news. Africa's first hydrogen power plant to produce electricity by 2024. This from Al Jazeera. French independent power producer HDF Energy expects its green hydrogen power plant in Namibia, Africa's first, to start producing electricity by 2024, according to a senior company executive. Nicholas Lecompte said on Monday, quote, yearly we can produce 142 gigawatt hours, enough for 142,000 inhabitants, and that is conservative, end quote. He is the HDF Energy Director for Southern Africa. Once operational, the 3.1 billion Namibian dollar Swakopmund project will supply clean electricity power 24 hours a day all year round, boosting electricity supply in the southern African nation. Currently, Namibia imports more than a third of its power from neighboring South Africa. One of the world's sunniest and least densely populated countries, it wants to harness its vast potential for solar and wind energy to produce green hydrogen and position the country as a renewable energy hub in Africa.
So yay, let's go green.
Yeah, that's a great accomplishment, actually.
Yeah, so we can really accomplish some of those 2030 goals for our
Sustainable
development goals, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, there you have it for the latest. And we're looking forward to a great show today, of course. Our look at independence is going to continue, so that's going to be hyped up today, of course. And also, we're going to be talking about First Aid, World First Aid Day with Trevor Seaton. So stay tuned. More coming up after the break.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the counseling center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Representing for Good Morning SKN. We say good vibes, good energy, blessings and love. Voice rated.
World First Aid Day falls on the second Saturday of September. So this year it's commemorated on September 10th. This year's theme, as referenced by the Global First Aid Reference Center, is lifelong first aid. Today we have with us Trevor Seaton, disaster coordinator and trainer at the St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross Society. Trevor will give us some insight as to World First Aid Day and the critical role of the Red Cross Society in the Federation. Good morning, Trevor, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning. Morning to you.
So, is this year's theme of lifelong first aid appropriate?
It is appropriate because first aid is a lifelong learning skill that you can take with you throughout life. Once you learn the techniques of first aid technique change over time, but not much. And so the skills that you learn today can benefit you going forward in life. And the theme also suggests that learning first aid, being able to provide first aid to someone, you can provide assistance that would preserve their life for a long time to come as well.
That's very important indeed. I have to say that I'm envious of you for acquiring that skill, because first aid is something that I've always wanted to learn. And I'm grateful for your being here today, because I'm looking forward to some of what you have in store, particularly when we come back. You work for the Red Cross. How long have you been working there?
Quite a long time. I joined during my primary school years. As a youngster, I was very much interested in the first aid aspect of it, and also the disaster work that the Red Cross is involved in. So I stuck with it over the years.
And you made a career out of it. That's incredible.
Yes.
I was just going to think about the 3 Ps. Is it, the 3 Ps are?
Preserve life.
Preserve.
Prevent the condition. getting worse, and promote recovery. Okay. So those are the aims of first aid. Preserve life. You want to be able to stop bleeding, to do CPR, do what is necessary to preserve the life of the person that you're treating. And the second P, prevent the condition getting worse. As people get sick, you don't want them to get worse. If they have injuries like fractures, you want to handle them properly to prevent the condition getting worse. And the last one is to promote recovery, because you want them to be able to get back into productive life and to continue their livelihood activities. So you want to be able to promote recovery.
Sounds like Hortensia has experience, which I should expect because you needed to have experience in your former life as a flight attendant. Yes, so that makes perfect sense. So I'm the newbie here, not her. So be patient with me, I beg you. All right, so when was the St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross Society established?
The St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross first came into existence as a branch of the British Red Cross in 1942. And after we got independence in '83, we were recognized by the International Red Cross as a national society in 1985. So under the International Red Cross umbrella, we are a young national society from '85 to now. Yes.
So you're 37 years old.
Yeah.
Good for you. So how many volunteers do you currently have, and what are some of the areas that they are trained in?
We have just under maybe 200 volunteers between St. Kitts and Nevis. And some of the general areas, well, first aid is one, the major part, disaster preparedness, response. We have some involved in the water safety program. That is teaching persons to swim with safety information and basic like waterfront rescue. We have persons involved in peer education in HIV. We have persons involved in youth programs activities. Quite a number of areas. We have community disaster response team that respond in the community in times of disasters or emergencies. And so it's quite a number of areas. And of course, we invite persons who have other expertise that we can use to the benefit of the national society, administrative skills, IT skills, and stuff like that. Yeah.
A follow-up question: why, my voice? Why is there only 200 volunteers when we have thousands of persons living on St. Kitts and Nevis?
Well, we find that a lot of youngsters, as they go to high school and maybe college, they have less time. And as they go into the workplace, again, that may contribute to the limited time. So persons tend to volunteer once they settle down in life. So we have the very young, up to maybe high school, a few in college, and quite a number after they settle down in their workplace or family life.
All right, here's a question for you concerning the presence of the Red Cross at the Independence Parade. There's usually a Red Cross tent.
Yes.
There. What can you tell us about that? Why is there a Red Cross tent at the Independence Parade?
Well, as you recognize from the Independence Parade, you normally have persons who may not have breakfast or stand in the heat for a very long time. They may faint and or feel sick. And so the Red Cross tent is there to provide that assistance, to remove them from the field of parade, to help them to refresh, maybe give them something warm to drink, and get a chance to rest and then go back on the parade square. So we provide that support to the armed units as well as the unarmed unit. Many years ago, the St. John ambulance was involved in that activity, but they have since faded away, and so the Red Cross is the primary agency that provide that service annually.
It's a great service.
Yeah.
So with that said, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back to continue this conversations. GMSKN Nation, stay tuned.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. So girl look me, but me know in that big man no deal with back pan back.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
大家好，我是陈琦，早安 SKN。
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are back with Trevor Seaton, Disaster Coordinator of the St. Kitts and Nevis Red Cross Society. Trevor's going to give us a demonstration on how to perform CPR.
Yes,
I've been waiting all my life for this, Trevor, believe it or not.
Okay. So we use a mannequin to demonstrate how to do CPR because this cannot be done on someone who is breathing. Otherwise, we would disrupt their heart rhythm and their breathing system. So the practice is done on a mannequin. So CPR is provided to someone who does not have a pulse or breathing. So after we check someone to see if they're conscious, by tapping on the shoulder and shouting at the person, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And maybe pinching the person's earlobe, and they don't respond. Then we take it that this person is unconscious. And in that case, then we would get someone to call for the ambulance because this person is unconscious, or we may run and make the call and come back. So after we have done that, we come back, open the airway, and we check to see if they have a pulse. So we feel the pulse, and we listen for 5 to 10 seconds, checking for a pulse and breathing. And we can count it down, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. There is no pulse. So once they are not breathing and there is no pulse, then we begin to do CPR. And we start out by doing, giving 30 chest compression.
30?
Yes, 30.
30, okay.
Yeah.
30.
So the heel of the hand we place in the center of the chest, and we place the other hand over, and we have to be directly over the person, and we compress down on the chest.
How much force do you use to do that?
Well, it all depends on the body structure, but because some persons are more muscular, but the aim is to go down between 1.5 to 2 inches, giving 30 chest compressions. At the end of the 30 chest compressions, we would give 2 breaths. Now, in order to give the breaths, because the nostrils and the mouth are connected, the air passages are connected, we will have to seal off the nose by pinching the nose shut and cover the entire mouth and give 2 breaths, 3 seconds apart. So you give 1 breath, you move your mouth 1 and 2, and on 3, you give the second breath.
So you're holding this for the whole time?
Yes.
During?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Now, some persons may not want to put their mouth directly to another person's mouth, so they can use a barrier, like a piece of plastic, or they can use a plastic glass over the mouth. So you place this over the mouth and nose, pinch, and you blow through. For some institutions, they may have a face mask in the first aid kit that they place over nose and mouth. It has a one-way valve that you blow through the valve, and the stale air would not come back into your mouth. So you cover. And so you give 5 cycles of 30 compressions, 2 breaths.
I need to ask you one question concerning that. So in terms of the 30 compressions, what are the intervals between each compression? Does it matter?
There's a rhythm, and you can count it out, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, right up to 30. And so you give 30 chest compressions followed by 2 breaths. 30 compressions, 2 breaths for 5 cycles. At the end of which you will check again for breathing and circulation. No breathing circulation, you will continue until you see signs of life, the ambulance arrive to take over, or you're too tired to continue, which is a hard decision. You have to decide to, give up, or the scene becomes unsafe, or someone comes with an AED.
Gotcha.
So the AED is an automated external device that administers a shock to the heart to restart. Yes, it's automated external.
Okay.
And so it has these pads that tells you where to place the pads on the chest.
Okay.
So that one goes on the chest.
It's on the upper portion of the chest. And so these are being used quite a few times, so they may not stick.
Okay.
But they are for training purposes only.
Okay.
And so this is
a training device only. No shot will be delivered.
So you plug in the connector.
Analyzing rhythm.
So it will analyze the rhythm. So what is analyzing, you will have to stand clear, not touch the person.
Shock advised.
Shock advised.
Charging.
Discharging.
Everyone stand clear. Everyone stand clear. Push the shock button.
Push the shock
Shock
button.
delivered.
Shock delivered.
5 cycles of
And then you go back to doing your CPR.
Okay.
Right? So that's what this is all about. And so persons can be trained how to use this device.
Okay.
as
So you
part
said
of the
this
training.
is just for training?
Yes.
So we cannot take this out on the field.
And do a
So if anything happened to Jamie, I cannot use this on Jamie, right?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay, no problem. Just making sure. Just making sure, you know, that I just have to do my CPR just to resuscitate Jamie.
All right, I say baby. There's the same.
So I don't know if you want to try. Oh, the baby.
Sure.
Want to try?
Sure, why not?
Okay, 30 compressions.
So we are going to do like this. And we go.
Stand directly over the person.
Stand directly over, and
square up your shoulders and everything. Yeah.
So if you have to. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
You have to keep your fingers out.
6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12, and I can count to 30 as I
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously this will be done on the ground.
Yes.
And so you'll be more directly over the person while you're
Sometimes
compressing.
kneeling. Okay. What about the baby though?
For the baby,
That's
basically the same. For the baby, instead of putting the heel of your, well, first of all, the baby's face is much smaller. And so your mouth will have to go over both nose and mouth. So you would not be able to pinch the nose shut. And for the baby, you have this smaller resuscitation mask if you have to use that as well. So both nose and mouth will be covered. And for the compressions, you use 2 fingers in the center instead of the,
Yeah, you don't want to mash up their ribs.
And for the baby, you would not want to blow as hard as you would for an adult because the lungs are very small and you can easily pop the lung. So you just give puffs of air. And you give 30 compressions in the center of the chest and 2 breaths. And you can perform it on a desk like this.
Okay, for the baby.
Yes,
yes, so you can.
Hortensia, I think you're right.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I want Jamie to do it.
You're good.
Jamie, because I know how to do it, so I want you to get the practice.
That's fine. I just wanted to see you.
No,
you don't have to put
just
your
one,
just
one set of hands.
Just one set of hands.
Yeah, so
One set of
one could be
fingers.
on just holding the head.
Oh, okay, guys.
Yes.
The other one.
Guys, I really don't know how to take care of
See?
babies.
Do you
It's
see why I
unfortunate.
want Jamie to
Really
practice?
unfortunate. This is why you have to learn. You have to learn. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And then the mask would be here after.
Or your
can
entire
cover-
mouth. And remember to always keep the airway open.
Yeah, but
So
for
you're
the
like
baby,
that.
you wouldn't want to tilt the head as far back because you can shut off
The airway?
The airway. So
Okay.
just slightly
Wow.
up, just slightly above normal.
Okay.
And another difference is that the baby, you would not take the pulse
There, you have to check it.
at the neck. Instead, you
the
will
arm.
feel the inside the arm brachial pulse in the arm instead. That's the other difference.
Would you ever shock the baby? Is there?
Yes, there is a small pad
Oh,
here for the baby as well.
okay.
And so the difference here again is that one pad is placed on the chest
And the
other one on the back.
Oh, on the back.
Yeah, the back of the baby. Yes.
Okay. Well, I apologize. We seem to be running out of time.
Why?
But
Every time we're having fun.
every time we're starting to have fun, and it seems that way anyway. I do
Yes.
apologize. But I thank you, Trevor, for coming by and sharing this with us, especially the demonstrations, because I'm pretty sure that there are people at home who are watching and
Yes.
thinking, you know what, I don't know how to do this, but now I know. Quickly, numbers for the Red Cross, just in case anybody wants to volunteer or needs to contact you.
They can call 465-2584. That's the number at the office. Or they can send an email to info.sknrcs@gmail.com. And for training, you can send an email to training.sknrcs@gmail.com.
Trevor, it's been our pleasure. Thank you so much.
indeed.
And thank you for the work that you do. We do really appreciate it. Yes. More Good Morning SKN in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week?
He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Yo, what up? It's your boy and Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Well, here on GMSKN, we continue with our lead up to Independence 39. Today, we feature 3 of the Prime Minister's Independence Lecture Series, and we are going to start with the most recent. The 2021 lecture was delivered by Dr. Almisha L. Campbell. Here is what she said about the Adapt, Diversify, Recreate Independence 38 theme.
Your portfolio. So, students, how do you see and define yourself? I want you to ask yourself this question. Who are you when things are taken away, such as your job, such as your inability to walk into a physical classroom during COVID-19? How do you react to things like this? I want you to know that you have the fortitude, you have everything within you to persevere. So pull from your arsenal, your knowledge base, and you will thrive. Let your belief in yourself be stronger than your doubt. Be adequately self-affirmed and confident that your self-worth is never dependent or easily impacted by others or variables of change in your environment. Build deep and sustained networks and connections among your fellow students who are poised to transform education. Peers who understand the day-to-day challenges that you face. Be able to unpack ideas, practice skills, share stories, and help each other solve leadership and ecosystem challenges. Be open to constructive.
A lot of wise words.
Yes.
A lot of wise words, Cortensi. Definitely wise words.
And I guess that's the year where we still weren't visiting. Everything was still being done virtually.
Yeah, 2021.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So it's very interesting. I like how she started, at least in the clip, when she asked, who are you when certain things are taken away? Because a lot of us define who we are based on what we possess.
Yes.
And I think who we are goes beyond that.
Exactly.
Even as we speak collectively of ourselves as conditions and divisions, I think it goes way beyond that. It speaks to our culture. It speaks to the essence of who we are as a people more than anything else. So resilience. I think we're resilient. I think we're faithful. And I think we're definitely strong.
In a good way.
Proud in a
Because we're
good
proud to be conditioned everywhere we go, as I said. I rep St. Kitts, or the
And
famous
Nevis.
flag shirt, or St. Kitts and Nevis. I apologize. But it's just the I rep.
No, I used to do that as well until I got corrected. So I got it. I'm like, I'm from St. Kitts. St. Kitts and Nevis.
And
please.
Nevis, the
Don't forget.
federation.
Nevis, and absolutely right.
Yes, yes. So the 2018 lecture was delivered by Anthony E. Gonzalez, a QC, who said this about the theme that was love, service, patriotism, and pride, independence, 35. I love the rhymes.
Such a nice person.
How proud we all were when Kim Collins captured gold in the 100 meters in the World Championships in 2003. Now, I recall sitting in my office at the Sands Complex at George Street and hearing someone screaming in the street. No, I must tell you, my office being located just across from the courthouse, hearing someone screaming in the street immediately conjures certain thoughts of a certain kind. But it was simply the manifestation of overwhelming and unbridled joy and pride by a fellow Newtowner over Kim's then recent achievement. In the scientific and medical fields, we can mention John Gorrie, physician and inventor born in Nevis on October 3rd, 1803, who is considered to be the father of refrigeration and air conditioning. We also have our late Governor General Sir Cuthbert Sebastian. We have Dr. Spencer Amry, Dr. James Jeffrey Libert, and Dr. Lincoln Sargent. In the fields of banking and professional business services and business, we have produced personalities such as our former Governor General, Sir Edmund Lawrence, Mr. Larry Quinlan, and though not born here, we claim for ourselves Mr. William Kelsick and Mr. Kishu Shandiramani. In the field of law, we have the honor of being the birthplace of 4 out of 10 Chief Justices since the establishment of the new Supreme Court in 1967, namely Sir Maurice Davis, the Honorable Neville Algernon Berridge, the Right Honorable Sir Charles Michael Dennis Byron, and Sir Hugh Anthony Rollins. This fact is most noteworthy as the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court has just itself concluded its 50th anniversary celebrations. Our very own Sir Dennis went on to assume the role of President of the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda, and then to be the second President of the Caribbean Court of Justice. Sir Hugh is now a judge of the International Administrative Appellate Tribunal of the LIO in Geneva, Switzerland. We have produced eminent counsel and legal advisors, including Joseph Archibald QC, Fred Kelsick QC, Sir Lee Elmore QC, and our Governor General, Sir Tapley Seaton, QC, who in the field of public service has been either legal advisor to or at the forefront of many of the major civic groups and organizations in the Federation, and regionally at the OECS bar. In the field of art and entertainment, we cannot forget Miss Cicely Tyson, Miss Joan Armatradin, Miss Christine Brown, multimedia artist and author Mr. Poga Caesar, writer and teacher, actress and playwright Miss Eulalie Spence, British actor Mr. Bert Caesar, and Mr. Elston Nero. We cannot forget our local artists of more recent vintage.
So he spoke to the nation builders, I would refer to them as, and the patriotism towards St. Kitts and Nevis. So we are very patriotic in St. Kitts and Nevis.
And to use your word, because I'm going to say it, there's a hint of, well, obviously there's pride there, but I'm going to say, because this is what I felt when he was speaking. We ought to be proud. We ought to be boastful, because we've accomplished a lot. We're tiny to an island federation, but it doesn't mean that we don't show up when we are on the world stage.
Exactly.
We compete,
we show up and
we
out.
excel, and we shine. And that speech definitely gave me a lot of pride.
We should, and that, with those words that you just said, that made me think of Kim Collins. He showed up, he showed out, and he shone. He came back here with a gold. Yes, he did. Indeed, Kim Collins showed up on the Kim Collins Highway at Studio 3 to 7.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what we do as people. We show up.
We show up and show out. And
so in 2013, Dr. Kevin Isaac was the featured speaker. The theme for that year was stability, creativity, and prosperity. Independence 30.
All of them rhyme, I say. Look at that.
All right, let's take a look.
The nation's wealth. Another important challenge, which also is an opportunity, is how do we improve national competitiveness? Like many of you, I believe in the promise of St. Kitts and Nevis. As one of its diplomats interacting with various ministries and businesses locally, and interacting and responding to calls from businessmen and people from around the world who are interested in doing business in St. Kitts and Nevis, I am fully aware of the plethora of opportunities, the resilience and the hard work of my fellow nationals, of our proud history, the credible and stable institutions, democratic traditions, and good governance, which give me reason for optimism. But these days, my optimism is further emboldened by the fact that at no other time in modern history did the possibility exist, even remotely, where a tiny country like St. Kitts and Nevis with a population of about 52,000 could even consider competing successfully with its neighbors, let alone taking on larger, resource-rich countries with populations in the tens of millions. Today, however, this is more than possibility. This country's destiny is being fashioned by a new and dynamic century. These young people are the generations of the information and knowledge revolution. Unlike the agricultural revolution and the industrial revolution, which required huge capital inputs, large workforces, large amounts of land and infrastructural support, this new information century operates in the clouds on bandwidth across wired and wireless infrastructure. And instead of traditional real estate, it calls for real creativity and innovative thinking. It thrives on free enterprise, free spirit, and entrepreneurship. No longer bricks and mortars, but the bricks of strategic policy planning and strong mortar of determination. In today's new world, a business, a factory, a workforce can just as easily, competitively and successfully operate from a basement, a garage, or a living room. The knowledge century has ushered in unprecedented opportunity through which a convergence of strategic public policy, private-public sector partnerships, skills development, and adapting technology to one's need can see a small country like St. Kitts and Nevis transform itself into from a consumer to an innovator and producer. Competitiveness in the pursuit of prosperity, ladies and gentlemen, has been simplified. It is now as much about the competition of ideas, of knowledge generation and knowledge-based consumables as it is about policy agility, e-government planning. It is the century of the young. Therefore, the idea that civil servants are somehow purely government bureaucrats is an anachronism. A modern St. Kitts and Nevis seeking to operate competitively in this new knowledge century calls for a progressive, retooled, creative thinking civil service as adept at public administration as to providing tailored service to international clients at the speed of business. The civil service has to see itself as a cohesive team on the front line for planning, implementation, and for shepherding new technology and techniques into a viable tool for greater prosperity and social transformation. These civil servants must seamlessly grasp and promote the synergies and linkages between agriculture and tourism, as well as to appreciate how to collect, interpret, and analyze statistics. It falls to civil servants to appreciate that the world outside does not wait for St. Kitts.
And he said a lot.
Yes.
He even alluded that we no longer just have to go to a workplace and work, we can work for ourselves. And we can work from anywhere. And Corona showed us that we don't necessarily need to leave our homes to perform our duties at work.
Absolutely right. I love the part where he spoke to the way that we see the civil service and the way that the civil service is positioned in his mind to, dare I say, propel the country forward, give it a new trajectories of sorts. The linkages that he spoke to of agriculture and tourism, those nuances, and the people who are on the front lines effectively, who have skills that would be needed, skills that could be honed and sharpened to ensure that everybody progresses well, the country as a whole does that. That's a speech I need to listen to in its totality, but definitely inspirational from what I saw.
And very inspirational, and I would continue to say I love the fact of the patriotism that is all basically two of them spoke to. So that shines out everywhere Petitions and Divisions go. They are true stalwarts and patriots.
Definitely so, Hortensia, definitely so. All right, we'll be back in a moment with more Good Morning SKN. Stay tuned.
No cash, no card, no problem. Jad, embrace the freedom.
It's been 6 months now and Glenn hasn't been working. His attitude has completely changed and he's been leaving the house every day for hours and liming with his friends and coming home drunk and causing confusion.
Gloria, this is what you cooked today? This is not enough food for a big man like me.
But Glenn, it's been 6 months now. You haven't given me any money to shop for food.
Okay, so what you want me to do if my boss ain't called me out for work as yet?
Look for a different job now.
What you just said to me?
Get a next job.
What?
Help! Let me
Let
go!
go what? You just see where we at. Let go what? Watch your mouth with me now.
Every day mom and dad fight. When are they going to stop?
Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, economical, and psychological. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, don't want to run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Guess what time it is? No, it's not time for what's happening, but it is time to loosen up.
I think you're supposed to wait for us to guess, you know, because I was going to give you a response, but since you proceeded, I'll let you go. Keep going. When you say guess what time it is, I'm like,
oh my gosh. Yesterday we had a creative writing challenge, The Shade, yes, The Shade from my co-host. We took to social media to see which host or viewers thought wrote the better poem. Jamie, what do you think? Whose poem?
You actually have results? Okay, this is shocking to me, but before we even get to the results, I'll tell you that you got my vote. I will tell you that. I didn't participate.
At least I got some sunshine and not shade.
Give it time.
Oh!
It'll come back. The day's yet young. So you got results, don't you?
Oh, we got results. I can't wait to see.
So you really think, yeah, who do you think? I mean, I told you you got my vote.
I don't know, you know. Because you might give me your vote, but you might be the only person that votes for me. But I know SKN Nation loves me, so I'm secure in my vote.
You know how they tell you to read the room? I'm looking around trying to read the room because, you know, some people here actually know what the results are. I can't read the room, guys. I really can't read the room.
It's tight. It's tight.
I mean, this is tighter than the Emmys.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And the award goes to dun dun dun.
I don't know. Who does the award go to?
Cortensia.
No, we don't know that. I'm not seeing that yet. Although I said you got my vote.
I'm trying.
All right. So according to the National Science Foundation. Oh, wow, forgive me.
So the instructions were to compose a poem using 10 randomly generated words.
Yes.
So with those 10 words, how many?
There they are. The words: control, railroad, expressions, feminist, oppose, calorie, angle, steam, district, and tempt. Those are the words.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So this is your poem.
So I control my. So which was better? I think it was Cortensia.
I don't know.
I think it was Cortensia.
Is the voting still going on? Because maybe somebody's seeing this for the first time today. I don't know what's going on. Is the voting still going on?
What?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This sounds like Anthony voted a lot of times.
Wow.
What? See, I told you.
This is very shocking.
I told you.
But I accept the award with humility. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
I didn't cast any more shade your way.
Oh my God.
I think the public has spoken.
37?
That's good. You got more than half of what I got.
No.
So you did very well.
That was okay. That was very well.
You did very well.
Or should I say that was just good?
So,
but thank you for your votes anyway. I appreciate it.
Okay, that was a very fun challenge, I have to say.
Yeah.
A very fun challenge.
No, I think Anthony voted like a million times for you.
No, we don't know that. We don't know that at all.
Yes.
We don't know that at all. But hey, great results. Great results. Of course I'm going to say great results. What else do you expect me to say? I did say that you got my vote, but hey, you did get my vote.
See what I said? I
Unfortunately-
preempted it. Jamie's probably the only person that thinks mine was good.
Nah, and I didn't vote. So there you go.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So according to the national, here we go, we're ready now. According to the National Science Foundation in the United States, the average human has between 12,000 to 50,000 thoughts per day, but who's counting? It has been said that 80% of those thoughts are negative. Well, that is alarming. What do you think about that, Quentin?
That's true.
You think that they're negative? You really think that they're negative?
Most of the days, your mind tries to get you to think hardly ever positive. It makes you think everything that can go wrong.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I'm a vessel of positivity. I'm gonna tell you honestly.
I'm a vessel of positivity too, but with the devil knowing that, he tries to attack my mind in every nook and cranny.
But here's the thing, though. What do you do when you get those negative thoughts? Do you flip them? Because the reality is that my mind, I'm just thinking about this. I'm saying, okay, this poll was done, obviously, on a sample of the population, not everybody. And it gives you the averages, the average human, whatever that is, because we really don't know, right? But that being said, I'm thinking, yeah, you have this, no offense to the National Science Foundation at all, but I'm one for data. So,
so
I'm pretty sure if you did this here, it might be a little different.
Okay.
Might be specific to geography. In any event.
Yeah, but Jimmy, I think the average person would tell you
More negative
the
thoughts than
negative
positive
thoughts try to outrun the positive ones.
Are you kidding? No way. Listen, those of you at work right now, you know what I'm talking about, right? You can't wait for 4 o'clock. Why? Because you're getting out. That's a positive thought. Keep
That's
it there.
a positive thought, but prior to now and 4 is like, do I really have to be here? Why?
No, think about Thursday. It's going to be like, wow, Friday's a holiday. Again, I'm going to be out. That's really positive. Awesome.
You see, but after every positive thought, I can guarantee you that some little negative thing is right there trying to come up.
Jamie, that is a difference,
okay. Do you want us to ask GMSK Nation to do a poll on that?
Well, you can do whatever you want.
Please do a poll, GMSK Nation, and let us know if your day is filled with more positive thoughts and less negative, or if it is a combination of both. And tell us, how do you outrun the negative thoughts by using those that are positive?
I'm so gonna hijack your raft right now because I think we're on the negative train here.
No.
I'm so gonna hijack that. I'm gonna say here, you know what? We're talking about positive thinking. So let's do it this way. Positive thinking. Do you consider the glass is half full or half empty? That's a typical one. Is that visual that you have. I'm sure you've seen that. First time I encountered that, I think I was probably in primary school, watching something on television. And I was like, what are you talking about? Half empty? Or, it was above me. It was beyond my comprehension at the time. But they say that when you look at a glass, if you see it as either half full or half empty, it gives an inclination as to whether you are more positively or negatively inclined.
Yes.
So
that I know for sure.
Half full or half empty?
I want to say half full to be on the positive side, but it can still be half empty. Yeah, because as you say, we perceive things differently.
Well, that depends. If I pull my wallet out now, I make my
half
wallet
empty?
a glass. Here's the thing. It depends on your perspective, because if you're looking, you want to fill it up? It depends, right? Because if you are enjoying something, okay, take me and, I don't know, a beverage of my choice. Typically, I enjoy beverages. And if I'm drinking and I look at my glass, I go, oh man, that glass is half empty. And why do I do that? Because I'm enjoying what's in there so much that I really can't stand the thought of losing any more of it, even though I'm going to enjoy it.
Yes.
So in that respect, I go, well, it's half empty. But on the other hand, if I don't have any more of anything, because if it's half empty, okay, look at it this way. If it's half empty, I can easily go back to the refrigerator and pull some more in. Right? So in that respect, it's half empty, but I can do something about it.
Yes.
If it's half full, I'm just grateful for what it is, because I know, hey, there are no more resources that I have to put into it. I'm just grateful for what I have. So it's a matter of perspective for me. Right? So it could be either as well.
I get that. But it could just be, as you said, say it's lemonade and it tastes so good and you want more, and then you're out of lemonade and you're like, man, why you gotta go down so fast?
Why do you gotta go? Well, hey, listen.
Yeah.
You're talking about lemonade. That we get these sayings so that when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. And I usually say you need sugar for that.
Yes, because all we'll have is lemon water, which is good too.
Well, when you're positive, right? Have fun.
You see? Look at that. Look at that.
All right. So do you dwell on your mistakes?
Not really, but sometimes.
That's a human response. Not really, but sometimes.
Yeah.
You can learn from mistakes, you know. I heard a wise man say once that, and he's very wise and he's humble with it, but I would say that he was one of the wisest persons I've ever encountered. When he said this, he said, a fool learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. And I thought, okay, so if you're not focusing on your mistakes, you could see what the pitfalls were for other people and try to avoid those pitfalls. And that makes more sense because if you see, if you're observant.
You see, I won't want to make that mistake.
Pothole in the road.
Yeah.
The vehicle in front of you went into the pothole.
You're going to go around.
You're going to go into the pothole as well? Having seen that?
No, that would be stupid. So you'll go around to save your tires because that person's tire may not have gotten punctured, but you with your bright self, that's it for you.
Of course, now, if I saw that and then I was the one who went into the pothole after, I'd probably dwell on that mistake.
Because you just matched up your vehicle.
How could you do
exactly.
That? No, but that's me smiling about the whole thing because I think overall, my personality is somewhat more positive than negative. And it's strange, but true. Yeah.
But sometimes we don't learn from our own mistakes, or we do learn from our own mistakes, and then we try to give someone advice, and we expect them to take the advice and run with it. But that's not always the case because they're like, I don't want to listen to that.
You see I'm looking at you?
And then, no, but we didn't listen to our own advice, but then we want to give advice, and then that person don't want to listen to that advice, and then that person goes on to give advice, and when somebody don't listen to their advice, then they shouldn't feel away.
So the takeaway here is, don't give advice.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants to know. They don't want to know either.
Even if they ask, just tell them do what works best for you, and then they'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's the best advice. That answer that leaves you like Switzerland, you're neutral. Because imagine giving advice when it comes to relationships, right? Husband and wife estranged, or boyfriend and girlfriend, they're on the outs, and you go, yeah, this person's really bad. Why'd you do that? I agree with you. 2 weeks later, they're together, and guess what? The guy knows everything you said about him.
Don't say nothing. Just tell them do what's best for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever it is, you will figure it out.
Exactly.
You know yourself better than anybody. Wait, I'm giving out my secret here. I'm sorry if you're listening and I gave you any advice like that. No, you know why I've done it.
Jamie's business, and no, we ain't drinking water. So how do you get yourself out of a negative headspace?
Get out of the house. That's step number one. If you're stuck in an environment that, well, I'm assuming you're in the house, by the way, because you might be at work and you have to be there for a particular amount of time.
Until 5.
But how do you get yourself out of a negative headspace? If that negativity is brought on by your environment, change it. Go to the restroom. Lock yourself in, even if you're at work and nobody's going to be with you for the
You're
next
still in the
3 to 4
same
minutes.
environment. Imagine when you open the door and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to be in like the field from The Wizard of Oz, and you open the door and it's like, there's my desk.
You see, we're talking positive thinking. That's a negative thought.
No, but I'm just, but you want me to think in the same place that is negative. I can't do that. I have to go. You did say leave the house.
Yeah,
so
but
I
if
have
you're
to
not in the
leave
house
the
and you
job.
have to be on the clock, then you just change. You go outside, you get a breath of fresh air, you go to the canteen.
See, now
or
you're
something.
telling me go outside.
Right?
Before you just told me go to the bathroom, which is in the same place. It's upsetting.
That's fine because you might be on the clock. Like I can't leave now, can I? Can I leave now? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't necessarily have to be
Positive
on the
environment,
clock.
but can I leave now if it weren't? You know what I mean? Those sorts of things, right? No. So you change your environment. You get to a space where you can hear your own thoughts and you can correct your own thoughts.
Okay.
Because that's important. You have to know what you're thinking. You have to know what you're feeling, and you have to understand why that's like that. And realistically, other people can be triggers.
At the moment, you don't even understand why. You're trying to figure out why. So it's just bringing you down.
I don't have a new name for you.
No, I'm just trying to be
We're the pom-poms.
on the
Bring them
mutual
back.
side of the person that feels that way. Because we both can be positive. We have to have a pro and a con, and I'm being the pro right now.
Really?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I disagree. I respectfully, I disagree.
Jamie, there are two sides to a coin. If there was one side, then they would never use it in a game to say heads or tails.
Keep looking.
So we have to...
Keep looking. Do you realize we're talking about positive thoughts? Which one of us is smiling?
Both of us.
I'm literally grinning.
Listen, this is a debate. I'm pro, you're con.
Okay, so what's your point? Let's go.
For the people.
Let's go. Let me hear it again. Work with me. What's your thought? What's your...
My way to get out of a negative situation, I listen to inspirational messages. So from Les Brown, from Tony Robbins, from Joyce Meyer, from Joel Osteen. I listen to those things and then I pop out of it. And the good thing I like about my brain is that I don't remember a lot. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm happy for that part. Because then the negative just slides away, slide on down. Only positivity around here with a little negativity just to balance it out.
As you can tell, I'm having a field day with Cortez's revelations because for a lot. That's funny. Yeah. I think it's about the person, however, because when you look at it, people react to different things differently.
Yes.
So you're giving me all this information, and I could be like, and I'm just making light of the whole thing, even though I know it's not funny. There's some serious points that you're making, but I'm still being light about it because it's really entertaining, to be honest with you.
GMSKN Nation, I cannot wait for Jamie to come and say, Cortez, I had one of those days that you were referring to.
I've had days like that, but guess what? You're alive. You've got a pulse. Nobody had to do CPR on you, and if they did, and you can hear me, and you're looking at me right now, it works, clearly. So that's reason enough to be positive. How do you get yourself out of negative headspace? Figure that you will live to fight another day and bring the fight when it
And you don't even want me to enjoy middle age? How can I live to fight another day when you're even fighting on my middle age, though?
All right, so here it is. We're going to draw a line right now. The negative side,
Never.
the positive side.
This is,
right?
over here is Posneg. It's not negative.
It's
Posneg.
Oh, no, okay, that's fine. Whatever it is, I'm over here, all right? We're gonna draw another line right now. We're gonna go to commercial. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Hi. If you are a smoker, please pay attention to this message. According to the World Health Organization, there are 1.3 billion smokers in the world today, and tobacco kills 1 out of every 2 smokers. Did you know that there is enough nicotine in 5 cigarettes to kill an average adult if ingested whole? There are more than 7,000 chemicals in tobacco smoke, of which more than 250 are known to be harmful. More than 69 are known to cause cancer, and 16 are classified as Group 1 carcinogens. Smoking kills. Are you ignoring that warning every time you smoke? Please stop. Smoking can lead to severe health complications and even death. It affects almost every organ in the body, especially the lungs and heart. It raises blood pressure, increases blood clots, and increases the risk of stroke, heart attack, and cancer. It is hard to quit smoking, but it is not impossible. Don't let tobacco destroy you. Remember the 4 Ds to curb your tobacco cravings. 1. Delay. Set a time limit before you decide to smoke. 2. Drink water. Go get a drink before you do anything else. 3. Do something else. Have a goodie bag handy of other things to do. And 4. Deep breathing. Take at least 10 deep breaths every time you think about smoking. Quit smoking and live a longer and happier life. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, St. Kitts and Nevis.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
we can't help but mention it every chance we get. You know what we're going to mention again? Yeah, you guessed right. It is Independence season here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And at this point, we will be speaking about our national symbols, and I'll be listening to your national symbols, and sharing our experiences, learning about them. I believe that this is going to be one of those things. You said that, you have memory loss. Well, suffice it to say that my memory is going to be tested today, and I don't have a lot of faith in it when it comes to these national symbols. So we'll see how
you speak your truth, and you still get shade for it, huh? Okay, remember that's a good thing.
Well,
that's a great thing.
Right? So how many symbols can you name offhand?
The poinciana, the pelican, the national flag.
What about our coat of arms? Is that a symbol? Is that a national symbol?
It is, but I'm trying to think what's on it. I don't remember. Is there a dare on it? I don't remember. Wow, this is bad.
No, but we've got it. We named 4. Hey, you see that again? You said this is bad. I'm just grateful we named 4. We're being positive today.
No, because maybe there's more than 4, and the fact that we don't know all, that's bad.
Hortensia.
So you see, I was positive, and then I was still negative. So pause neg works.
No, it doesn't work at all. I'm just grateful that we got 4. You see that excitement? Awesome.
I am a perfectionist, so I need to get all.
Oh, excuse
correct.
me. Okay.
So I have memory loss, and I'm a perfectionist. Any other admissions you want me to admit today?
Very tall order. So that means that if you get it right, next minute you'll forget that you got all right. So then it wouldn't make any sense.
That'll be a good thing.
Because you'll be wondering whether or not you did.
No, that'll be a good thing.
Because you have memory loss, remember?
Oh my God.
Remember your memory loss, Hortensia. Remember it.
I got one.
Yes.
The national flower. I saw a hairstyle with the national flower in the midst of it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I took a picture.
That'll look gorgeous.
But it has green in it, so I could. But
that'll
it looks
look
nice.
absolutely gorgeous.
So the national flower is the poinciana or flamboyant, which is named after Monsieur de Poincy. He was the first French governor of St. Kitts, who is said to have introduced it to the region. The poinciana originated in Madagascar and blooms from May to August. Well, year-round for us. I like to move it.
So our national flower has its origins in Madagascar.
Yeah.
All right.
So no.
So the flamboyant is one of the most striking trees of the tropics. Its umbrella-shaped crown with its compound deciduous leaves and red and yellow scalloped flowers.
Scallop.
It's a beautiful flower.
It is.
Something that we have in common with Madagascar.
Yes. When I think of Madagascar, the only thing I can think about is I like to move it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
literally. Literally.
Gorgeous flower.
It is. The national bird. Look at him. He's smizing though. Look, he's giving a side profile. The national bird is the brown pelican. They can be found throughout the West Indies and in the subtropic regions of the Americas. They nest in colonies along the coast, in low trees, and in bushes.
It's a gorgeous bird, right? The pelican.
Yes, look at that.
I remember, okay, let me go with this. So brown pelicans are sometimes solitary feeders, but may also be found in small flocks as they feed on schools of fish near the surface of the sea.
Yep, and we see them always going down to get some fishies in their beaks.
This is a great social studies lesson, by the way. So if you've got younger children, make sure that they get this out. They watch this.
In its youth, the brown pelican is brown on the head, neck, and upper parts of the body, and mostly white below. As it matures, the majority of the body becomes dark brown, while the upper part of the head turns white. So it grays just like human. Yes, it does.
It's funny because the part that I was holding on to was the fact that it becomes dark brown, right?
Yeah.
So with maturity, but then you went to a grays, which is the other part of it. So it's amazing that our thoughts complement one another.
Yeah.
Gorgeous bird, though.
It is.
It really
Look at
is.
that.
When you see it in action, it's amazing as it swoops down.
Yep.
And you see it here in St. Kitts and Nevis. So if you are away and you want to visit St. Kitts and Nevis, you need to travel. Come to St. Kitts.
Shores are open.
Follow your heart.
Oh, there's no deer. Oh my gosh, poor me. So here's the pelican.
Here's the coat of arms now.
Yeah. So the St. Kitts and Nevis coat of arms display the motto "Country above self." The center of the coat of arms is dominated by a shield, at the base of which is a lighter in full sail. The lighter represents one of the traditional means of transportation. Now, I know they're referring to a ship of some sort, but when you hear lighter, what do you think? Something that lights a fire, right? So,
definitely, it's the default, I suppose. Yeah. All right. So, also in the coat of arms, a red chevron is highlighted by two poinciana flowers. At the top of the shield is the head of a Carib, supported by the fleur-de-lis and a rose. The Caribs were the early inhabitants of the islands, and the fleur-de-lis and rose signified French and English influence.
That's sweet. I never looked at it in such a detail.
Yeah, there it is.
Potentially, what were you doing in school?
There it is.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the thing, with our curricula, though, it would seem that we learned this very early, and then we continue to pay little attention to it. And that's what happens. And everything there was significant.
Yeah, only now it rings a bell like once more. Nice. The national flag, yes. The national flag of St. Kitts and Nevis features green for our fertile lands, yellow for our year-round sunshine, black for our African heritage, which we're celebrating today, and red for our struggle from slavery through colonialism to independence. It also displays two white stars on a black diagonal bar, symbols of hope and liberty. So did we get all four, or there's more?
Hope.
If there was four, I was beating up myself unnecessarily, and I swear my head is going to be great as a brown pelican as I continue to mature. Yes.
Whatever you say, Cortez. Yeah.
I swear.
Whatever you say.
I beat myself up too much. Yeah.
Gorgeous flag, which you're wearing today, actually.
I know. And I was to show you just now. The green came out nicely.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, we forgot the anthem.
The national anthem. The national anthem, O Land of Beauty, was written and composed by Kenrick Georges. Kenrick was a trumpeter and arranger for a popular brass band. He was said to have completed the composition in as little as 4 hours. Wow.
Nice. That was quick. Yes. Georges stated in a 2008 interview that he considered writing the anthem the high point of his musical career. He stated that the idea behind the lyrics was to call for citizens to see the country, and I quote, for the best of what it was and maintain that as we go along. And that's what, when I said we are proud Kittitians and Nevisians. Yeah.
Makes me want to break out in song.
Hola.
Any choir members in the audience?
Of beauty.
Oh, you started. You definitely started.
Our country.
So those were our national symbols. Definitely great to be.
So we missed one. We named four. The national anthem.
Does that make you feel negatively about it, or?
Pause neg.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I got four positives
that just means that
and one
neutral.
negative.
That just means that you're neutral. your negatives cancel out your positives. So effectively, you're neutral.
You just don't want to buy my thing, you know.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
you have to buy into it a bit.
You see this?
I am going to have to do it.
We're smiling. Can I trademark this, by the way? Does anybody want to trademark my smile? We're going to try that, you know.
Don't worry.
Might make it to the, well, it's not going to be the independence symbol, but it might be one of GMSKN's symbols, so who knows? We're just having a whale of a time here talking about independence. So, seriously, what are you looking forward to most for the independence season? Because we're already in it, to be honest.
I want to say the food, but I'm going to tone the food down for a bit.
No, you didn't.
Wait, the decorations already that I just saw that you were privy to before. So I want to see what they're going to do for the parade. I want to see how nice it's going to be. Oh my gosh, I'm looking forward to that part. Yeah, well, the food we know. our usual dumpling saltfish with a little roasted breadfruit and some sweet potatoes. And I want to see the normally on Thursday, you see a lot of women walking around town with different designs of dresses. So I can't wait to see that part too. And I want to see the hair. I saw one hair picture, and that's already the bomb.com. So we have to see the rest, yes.
By the way, don't go to that site. We did. It's natural. Cortez, you wish.
He's just shading me all day today. Oh my God.
I gave you a win earlier. I said that you got my vote. Does that not count?
No.
Nothing counts here, I tell
Nothing.
you. I'm trying to be positive. I gave you
It's positively laughing at me.
You know what I can't wait to see, though? The Independence Weir, the National Weir. I would say Independence Weir, the National Weir. But also on the calendar of events, that hair competition. I want to see what those designs look like. I definitely want to see what those designs look like. Are you going to do a particular hairstyle for that?
No.
We're not going to see it anyway because we're not going to be
I'm
working
just
that
going to
day.
show up with black with my little pelican grays coming through.
Oh, your pelican grays coming through. All right. I have a can of spray paint, so I'll paint it green for you if that works. Can I do that?
No.
I try
No,
it. I try it. I can stencil on the flag, you know.
No.
And you're a hero.
No.
That works. And it's natural. So already we're past the 85% threshold.
When we see you don't show up for work, we'll know why.
Why would I not show up for
You'll
work?
be kidnapped.
No way.
And you'll be wigged.
No, I'll be wigged. Well, I'll be...
When you come back to work, we'll be like, who is that?
I'll be wigged? No,
Yeah, you'll be wigged.
I think Jaime did that when he was here. That's good enough. That's the closest to one of those things I'm going to get. Well, that's the end of our independence talk for now.
Yeah.
We're going to commercial. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who can support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are any exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
previous segment, we discussed the national symbols of St. Kitts and Nevis, all except one. So we forgot out two. The national wear. The winning national wear design was selected on September the 1st, 2003 from the previously mentioned competition. Outfits for both men and women were created by the design team of Dwayne Weeks, Grace Woodley, Vaughn Woodley, and Joyette Woodley. The original first samples that once resided at the St. Kitts Department of Culture are now stored in the National Archives. These original outfits were produced by Yvette Keynes, that's the menswear, and Michelle Archibald Phillip, the women's wear. So let's have a look at a video produced by SKNIS that explains what each part of the national wear represents. I know a few of those
SKNIS presents national symbols. In this episode, the national dress.
The national wear was designed by Dwayne Weeks, Grace Woodley, Vaughn Woodley, and Joyette Woodley. St. Kitts and Nevis's official national wear reflects the true Caribbeanness of its people. A combination of African and European influences which have shaped the history of St. Kitts and Nevis is evident in both the male and female outfits. It is customary for African women to wrap their heads for protection. The main dress is off-white cotton with a corset top and an ankle-length wide flare petticoat bottom. The beige cotton sleeves are short and puffed by using the drawstring. A short lap skirt made from crocus is worn over the main dress to protect it from dirt. The Madras cane soda wrap, which was used to carry soda while fertilizing sugarcane, is draped around the waist. The crocus drawstring bag was a safe way for women to secure their money. The men's wear features a straw hat trimmed with madras, which offered protection from the hot day's sun. The short-sleeved V-neck jack shirt, trimmed with madras, is made from off-white cotton. The design is similar to traditional shirts worn by African men. The beige cotton ankle-length pant is a reflection of the local fabrics that were commonly used during the colonial period.
Would I wear the national wear?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, of course. And I'm looking at the crocus bag. They use it as a makeshift apron to protect the white. And our little purses, because we no longer needed to tuck our money in places that they shouldn't be tucked. So we put it in our little purses.
I'm not going to even ask.
You remember you go by Granny and she give you the money, you'd be like, ew. Yeah.
No, Granny, I never said ooh. Sorry, that just was, that's
I thought ew, because it has sweat on it. Yeah.
I love the design, though. That was so creative. And especially the menswear.
Yeah. Nice and cool.
Yeah, I love shirts like that. I'd probably, can you do that? Can you separate the national wear? Like, can you wear a piece and
You
pieces
just
of
want to
men's
wear
and
the
two-piece?
shirt. You just want to wear the shirt? Is
Yeah,
that what
listen,
you're saying?
the shirt would look so nice with, can I do this? Can I put my own flavor on the national wear? Every time but independence, yeah, right? So you wear it with a nice pair of jeans.
Oh, I thought you were
Can't
going
you
to put
see
it
it?
with jeans, for real.
Seriously, you can see it, right?
Yeah, but you, yeah, all right, but a light pair of jeans. You can't put a dark pair of jeans.
Oh, you'll put a dark pair of jeans.
No, the dark pair would
dresses everything up. Yes, it does.
That's why.
That's the rule.
That's why you have the light khaki pants to carry off the shirt.
Yeah, but then that makes me feel like I'm in uniform all the time.
That's why I thought you
that's
wouldn't
why.
wear the khaki.
That was the
because
default.
it's
You realize
black.
that, right?
Yeah.
Because it was representative. I love the colors.
Yeah.
There's some, I don't want to say some, really tropical. That's perhaps a better word to use. But at the same time, yeah, I'd wear mine with jeans every time but Independence time. Right? Yeah. You know, hey, come on, you know the jokes, Cortez. You're wearing khaki pants, like you're wearing your uniform pants. You know,
exactly.
Oh, you see?
Exactly. They're going to say that. And I like the hat. But I wonder what made them come up with the concept.
I think they were trying to be true to our African heritage and also our lives here in the Federation, well, the lives of our ancestors here in the Federation.
And you know, when I hear madras, I go straight to the Indian culture, right? Oh, yeah. So I was wondering if that madras idea came from when we had indentured servants. I don't know if you had indentured servants here in St. Kitts, but we had them in Guyana. So I was wondering if that's where the madras incorporates in this entire slavery, freedom.
It'd be interesting to trace the origin. Perhaps we can have a conversation with the designers, because as far as I know, they're still very much alive.
Yeah, they all are alive.
Okay.
I know at least 2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know at least all of them.
At least all.
Did I just say 2? I just realized, yeah, I know everybody whose name was called. I know all of them.
I love how it went from 2 to all. I love that. Yeah. So
because,
that's
I mean, I visually see 2 on a daily basis. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Okay. So you see 2 on a daily basis. That's it. Well, you know what we're going to be seeing on the streets of Bastyr, and well, we're going to be seeing it today. We're going to be seeing people in black because we're obviously in our National Colors Week. At some point, we're going to be seeing the national wear. So look out for it if you've not. Wouldn't that be great, right? One day, literally, just to have
everybody in the national wear,
and they just see a bunch of people wearing the national wear. Wearing the national wear, and they're walking through and they're interacting.
They can encourage that for 40.
It'd be as if we transported back to a time when that was the norm, right?
Miss Rattan, Ambassador Hazel, I just gave you guys a great idea. So for 40, we can start now. As Mr. Hart say, we can start planning now. So for 40, everybody wears the national wear.
Can I get royalties on that idea? Because technically it started here.
I said it loud.
I did.
Oh, you said we were going to be transported.
Is this you cheating again?
No, this is me forgetting what you said and putting my own spin on it.
Yeah, because you've got memory problems. Guys, Cortez has memory problems. Ergo, she's claiming the 40 idea. She's claiming the 40 idea.
That would be so nice to just see town just transform as you rightfully said.
You know what I would like to see, though? Yeah. If we could do it, and this would be a great thing, because we have so many children of school age, that if we actually allowed them to do that on a given day, going to their schools, that'd be so great. Can you imagine?
That looks so cute. And imagine the little ones that can't wear the long pants.
Exactly.
They can put on the little short or three-quarter.
Yeah, that'd look really, really... Wow, there you go. So guess what? I'm going to claim that one now. Was it Cortez?
You can take that one. I have the happening one.
Whatever you say.
Yes.
You know what you have right now?
A break?
Oh, okay. Perfect.
GMSKN Nation, stay tuned. Much more after this.
Great news, everyone! SKN Moves is turning 3. And this year, we are going to celebrate bigly by bringing back the 7-week challenge. For week 1, we will focus on the importance of breastfeeding. In week 2, we will participate in the SKN Moves anniversary walk. Week 3, let's watch the In Your Kitchen I Rep My Community competition finals. Week 4, a healthy drinking water challenge. During week 5, it's all about mindfulness and our mental health. And no, that's not all. In week 6, we will learn about self-care and management. The celebrations end in week 7 with the Caribbean Wellness Week activities, National Fruit Day and National Sneaker Day. Come participate, celebrate and enjoy. Join SKN Moves and let us move toward a healthier St. Kitts and Nevis.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or 2.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it.
and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the counseling center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning, SKN. Ciao, bango!
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. It is challenge time, apparently. Cortensia, you and I have yet another challenge to perform. So we're going to fill in the colors of the coat of arms from memory. Well, given that you already said that you have memory issues and you're not yet at middle age, we're going to see how this one works out. So here's the challenge. Was this done in favor of Team J, you think?
Oh my gosh.
You've
Team
got nothing.
K,
You've got nothing.
Vote for moi.
You've got nothing, all right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to fill in the colors on the coat of arms, and then we're going to produce our, what do you call it? Our works of art.
Pray for me, because I'm trying to remember some stuff here, and it's eluding me.
Well, you know, hey, it eludes the best of us. So I imagine that GMS Game Nation is going to be the one, well, you guys are going to be the ones who vote on it. We'll see. Are you ready?
I'm ready like Freddy.
All right, here we go.
Wish us luck.
You going to trash talk too?
Of course. I always trash talk. You're going down.
Listen, it is what it is.
Don't peep. No cheating.
Not ever said that I am a good artist. I don't claim that one at all. I'm literally just trying to do the best that I can from memory.
Don't peep at my bird.
I love how silent you are.
Yes, I'm focused.
When you're focused, okay.
Yep. Gotta win this challenge, you know?
You gotta win the challenge.
Yep. Gotta retain my crown,
No pressure at all.
None at all.
No pressure. It's like, do you even know what the coat of arms looks like? That's the question. It's like, do you even know?
Were we informed as to who did the coat of arms?
I don't think we
Were we told?
are. No.
Wonder who did
Well,
it.
we're going to find out whether they're going to redesign the coat of arms based on your coloring.
No, my color's perfect.
Oh, wow.
My memory is working fine right now.
That's such a strong word, Cortensia. Perfecto.
Perfecto.
I imagine this is a great coloring project for children in schools.
Exactly.
I think we're giving a lot of preschoolers great ideas
Great
for
ideas.
challenges, to be honest with you. I can kind of see it working out
I know what I gotta
that
use.
way. And somehow I'm at a loss as to what I should be doing. Oops, sorry about
He
that.
doesn't remember how to color his coat of arms.
Well, here's the thing, right? You know that if you want somebody to remember something, you've got to kind of give them a cue beforehand. So when we saw the coat of arms, we actually had no idea that we would be doing this. So we weren't remembering, we weren't focusing on certain things. There was one color that stood out for me because of where it was in the diagram. So that's the first thing that I colored.
Cheat.
And unfortunately, I can't remember anything else. So we're going to see how this goes.
Oh my gosh.
It is what it is. At which point are we going to be going for are we going to be judged on nearness to the original, or
I win the nearness to the original.
Most creative or colorful coat of arms draw? I don't know. At which point? Because I don't think any of us is going to get it right.
Speak for yourself.
Wow.
Don't mix me.
Oh,
I got this.
Me.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm here to win. I didn't come to lose.
Well, you never do you?
Don't make
I'm sorry. I mean, come to lose, not lose.
Oh, the shade. Don't make me burst out in a Rihanna, you know. I came to conquer.
You're gonna go Fenty on me? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
In the shade 410.
Somehow I just made her surname a taboo word. Right? You're gonna go Fenty on me?
Yes, that's why I said in shade 410.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fenty.
Yes, Fenty Beauty.
Can we coin that, by the way? I think after today, I'm going to just start saying that.
You can't.
You throwing shade
You?
my way. I'm going to be like, she's going Fenty.
Oh, my gosh.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but hey, why not? Why not? I can't
Can
even
anybody
do that
give
anymore.
me a little hint?
I can't even
Anybody
do this
on the side?
Do we have all the colors in place?
With a
I don't even know
phone?
if we do. I don't know if we do, but hey, it is what it is at this point. I'm going for the most colorful.
I'm trying to hide. You know when you were in school and you were doing your thing and you didn't want the other person to see what you were doing?
Yeah? Oh, that's what you're doing? You're literally trying to hide?
Yes, I don't want you to peek at my lovely coat of
I realize that you're
arms.
cheating with all the colors, but that's fine.
Never.
You're keeping them
How am I cheating with the
under
colors?
wraps. You're keeping them over by you guys potentially hogging all the colors. Okay?
Because you're going to come and peep at my stuff.
Remember that kid in school who kept everything, and then when you wanted one thing, he was like, no, it's mine? Yeah.
I'm that kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's interesting because when I was looking at the coat of arms, part of me was looking for repetition with the colors of the flag, even though I know that it's not there in a lot of detail. It's really not. I was like, wouldn't that be cool if we actually had a coat of arms that repeated the colors of the flag? And then unfortunately, as I started coloring mine, I didn't think about repeating at all. So it's not even going to be creative. It's just going to be me trying to do what I can from memory. And I don't know anymore, or they're rolling away.
Folks, did you see why Cortensia kept the markers? He can't even control the bad guys. He's got them running away. Oh my gosh.
Wow, I think that we are almost out of time.
Can I have the brown, please?
You can as soon as I'm finished with it. I'm hogging it now.
This is not fair.
Okay, guys, so we have to reveal. Do we have to reveal now? We actually have to reveal now, Cortensia.
We have to?
Let's go. It's a bang.
We have to stop.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam!
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All I can say, can I get a wow? Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
It's my brown pelican. I got that right, didn't I?
Are you ready for mines? Dun, dun, dun. Whose coat of arms look like that of St. Kitts? The unauthentic edition.
So the pelican is blue, but the national symbol is brown. Guys, do we need to have a repeat of the coat of arms?
No, the pelican is blue. My coat of arms look nicer.
Does anybody understand my logic? Somebody out there understands my logic, right?
Can we have a picture of the coat of arms to see who won the challenge? GMSK Nation. Isn't Hortensia's the coat of arms?
I'm not disputing that. That's not it
Jamie,
either.
yours look like something out of a colorful. This is the coat of arms.
I love that, but I'm advocating for a brown bird. All right?
No, it's a bluebird.
All right, whatever you say, Cortez. Guys, we're going to take a break. We're going to debate this during the break. I'm going to be positive about my piece.
But I'm positive about my piece.
Absolutely, you are. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Yo, what up? It's your boy and Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moen Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Do you have something to say to the public?
My coat of arms is better.
No, that's not what you have to say.
Okay, so can you explain why is it that I have a bluebird then? From the coat of arms that I saw?
Because the coat of arms that you saw was a copy. It's not the original thing. Someone copied it and it came out blue. The birds are actually supposed to be white. Okay. And can I advocate for this? Can I use this platform to advocate for it? Our national bird brown? That's why I went with brown, because it's kind of intuitive.
But doesn't he turn brown as he age? When he's young, he's
how
white.
How do you think the coat of arms is now?
Well, that bird doesn't age. That bird has, how should I say it? That bird has found the El Dorado fountain of youth.
Well, thanks to National Archivist Victoria O'Flaherty for that correction. There it is now.
Yes.
So it's white.
I was close.
It is white.
I was close. Look at my, but I got a blue boat.
It is white.
Ooh, and I need to put my brown. Also, I need to put that gold. Oh, you remember that
so
blue? I have this gold. Okay.
One thing correct. Interesting. I didn't even see the tree. There you go.
Oh, so even the helmet is white too. You didn't see the tree? But all of my trees green. I didn't get. You were hogging the brown, so that's my excuse.
That's fine.
And I cannot believe you put a gold chevron. It was red.
Continue this debate. We want to thank you guys for joining us today for another edition of Good Morning SKN. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms. Facebook and YouTube, the handle is Studio327 Inc. So at Studio327 Inc. And of course, on Instagram, it's at Good Morning SKN. Good Morning SKN, so simple. You'll find us. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share. And this is Independence Week, so why don't you share your Independence photos with us? I keep asking. Maybe we'll get some, all right?
And don't forget to wear white tomorrow like the white pelican. Yes, indeed. And this is where we remind you to leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. Of course, look at mine looking so proud of my coloring. So proud of my coloring. And this is where I say, see you tomorrow on Whiskabus Wednesday at 8 a.m. when you will start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN, where there's a little bit of everything for everyone. As usual, guys, thanks for watching and see you in the morning. I got the best coloring.